Step into the unknown with the shadow frequency and your host, Matt Wilson, as he takes you where the shadows hum.
Welcome to episode 130 of The Shadow Frequency, where we dive into the eerie and unexplained. I'm your producer, Juniper, and tonight we're wading into the murky swamps of Florida's Everglades to hunt for the skunk ape, a foul-smelling ape-like creature that's haunted local legends for centuries. This cryptid stench is said to linger in the air, a warning of its presence in the shadows. Matt, you ready to get swampy with this one?
Oh, Juniper, I'm already smelling something funky just thinking about it. The skunk ape's got that mix of mystery and menace that makes my paranormal senses tingle. You ever wonder what's lurking out there in those wetlands?
Honestly, Matt, I'm just hoping it doesn't smell as bad as my uncle's old fishing boots. Let's get into it. Take us into the Everglades, Matt, in 3, 2, 1...
Welcome back, Shadow Frequency listeners. Tonight, we're deep in the Florida Everglades, a place where the air is thick with humidity and secrets. The skunk ape, Florida's own Bigfoot cousin, is said to stalk these swamps, leaving behind a trail of fear and a stench like rotting eggs and wet dog. This creature, standing between 5 and 7 feet tall, is covered in shaggy reddish-brown hair with a hulking bipedal frame that moves with unnatural speed through the marshes. Its glowing eyes and overpowering odor make it a nightmare for anyone who crosses its path. The Seminole and Miccosukee tribes spoke of a creature called Estikapkaki, meaning furry tall man or hairy giant, a secretive, powerful being that guarded the wilderness. Some say it's a protector of the Everglades, watching those who dare enter its domain. In 1818, newspapers in Apalachicola, Florida, reported a man-sized monkey raiding food stores and stalking fishermen along the shore, setting the stage for modern sightings. By the 1950s and 60s, reports surged. In 1957, hunters in Big Cypress National Preserve claimed a skunk ape invaded their camp, leaving massive footprints. In 1963, a family in Alachua County described a hairy creature peering into their home at night, its eyes glinting in the moonlight. One of the most chilling accounts comes from 1974, when a driver in Pembroke Pines, Richard Lee Smith, struck something on U.S. Route 27. He thought it was a man in dark clothing, until the creature stood, roared, and charged his car, limping from the impact. Other drivers reported seeing a massive hairy figure that night, and police found no trace of it. The Everglades, with its 2.2 million acres of dense, untamed wilderness, seems the perfect hiding place for such a creature. Witnesses describe it moving with eerie agility, sometimes on all fours, vanishing into the mangroves like a phantom. In 1997, tour operator Dave Sheely, a lifelong skunk ape hunter, set out lima bean bait in the Everglades after noticing strange tracks. Soon after, multiple witnesses, including tour guide Steve Goodbread and Dow Rowland, reported sightings of a 7-foot, red-haired creature shaking branches and sprinting through the swamp. That same year, Okapi Fire Chief Vince Dorr snapped a photo of a dark, upright figure crossing a road, a haunting image that still fuels debate. Sheely, who runs the Skunk Ape Research Headquarters, claims to have seen the creature multiple times, including a 2000 encounter where he captured grainy video of a hairy figure running through water faster than any human could. He believes 7 to 9 skunk apes roam the Everglades, living in alligator holes and feeding on wild hogs, berries, and apparently lima beans. The paranormal pull of the skunk ape lies in its elusiveness. Witnesses describe a creature that seems to know when it's being watched, slipping away before clear evidence can be gathered. Some say it communicates with throaty coos, a sound that echoes through the swamp at night, sending shivers down the spine. Could this be a flesh and blood creature or something more? A guardian spirit of the Everglades, perhaps, tied to the land's ancient energy? Juniper, I'm half expecting to smell that skunk ape stench through the mic. What do you make of these stories?
Matt, I'm already checking my shoes to make sure I didn't step in something cryptid related. It's wild how consistent these sightings are. Red hair, foul odor, those glowing eyes. I'm hooked. What's next?
Let's take a quick break, then dive back into the swamp for more. Over to you, Juniper.
Wow, listeners, how creepy is this skunk ape? Those glowing eyes and that stench, it's like the Everglades is hiding a paranormal secret in plain sight. Are you feeling the chill yet? We're only halfway through and Matt's got more eerie tales coming up. If you're loving the Shadow Frequency, please like and subscribe and follow us on YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, and all the major podcast directories. And you can visit our website, shadowfrequencypodcast.com, to catch all of our episodes. You can leave a voicemail telling us where you're listening from. You can check out our Shadow blog as well. Plus, you can grab some cool swag at our store and buy us a coffee to keep the paranormal vibes flowing. Now let's get into the mailbag segment where we share your thoughts and stories. I gotta hit the button.
It's time for the Shadow Frequency mailbag.
We've got a great message from Zeet in New Mexico. Love that name. He writes, "Hey, Shadow Frequency team, I'm a huge fan of the podcast. Your episode on John Keeter blew my mind. I'm obsessed with time travel possibilities, and you guys made me feel like I was right there in the mystery. Keep up the spooky work." Thanks, Zeke. We love hearing that. Keep those messages coming, folks. You can drop us an email at shadowpodcast@protonmail.com. And Zeke, you're not alone. Our host, Matt, he loves time travel. The subject of time travel, anyway. All right, Matt, back to the swamp. Take it away.
Welcome back, listeners, to the Shadow Frequency. We're still knee-deep in the Everglades, chasing the skunk ape, that foul-smelling cryptid that's left its mark on Florida folklore. Let's dive into one of the most famous pieces of evidence, the Mayaka skunk ape photos from 2000. An anonymous woman in Sarasota sent 2 photos to the sheriff's department, claiming a hairy ape-like creature was stealing apples from her porch. She thought it was an escaped orangutan, but Bigfoot enthusiasts saw something else, a 7-foot skunk ape with broad shoulders and glowing eyes. The photos are grainy, showing a dark figure in the shadows, but they become iconic in cryptozoology circles. Some say the creature's proportions don't match any known primate, hinting at something otherworldly. Another eerie tale comes from 1982. When a man named Anthony Cross, fresh out of the Army, got lost in the Everglades while camping. After falling from a tree and injuring his knee, he was stranded, facing certain death. He claims a massive hairy creature, possibly a skunk ape, carried him to safety, leaving him near a trail where he was found. Was this a guardian of the swamp, or something more supernatural? The Everglades have long been tied to strange energies, with some believing the skunk ape is a manifestation of the land's ancient, untamed spirit. But everyone's not convinced. Skeptics like Sharon Hill from the Committee for Skeptical Inquiry argue the skunk ape is likely a case of misidentification. Black bears, common in Florida, can stand upright, and when afflicted with mange may appear hairless or patchy with a foul odor from infected skin. Combine that with the Everglades' heat, humidity, and low visibility, and it's easy to see how a bear could be mistaken for a cryptid. Despite hundreds of trail cameras in the Everglades, no definitive photo or remains have ever been found, casting doubt on the creature's existence. Still, the stories persist. In 2013, Mike Falconer and his son filmed a skunk ape in Mayaka River State Park, describing a tall, hairy figure moving through the brush. Sightings continue across Florida, from the Ocala National Forest to the Kissimmee Marshes, with 48 of 67 counties reporting encounters since 2010. The skunk ape's legend thrives because the Everglades is a place where the impossible feels possible. A vast, untamed wilderness where something ancient could still lurk, watching from the shadows. Juniper, I'm torn between wanting to camp in the Everglades to spot this thing and never setting foot there. What's your take?
Matt, I'm sticking to my couch. No way I'm sniffing out that skunk ape in person. But those stories, they give me chills. Shall I wrap it up?
All right, let's send it to Juniper for the sign-off.
That's a wrap on episode 130 of The Shadow Frequency, where we ventured in through the stinking swamps of the Everglades to track the elusive skunk ape. From glowing eyes to mysterious rescues, this cryptid's legend is as haunting as it is smelly. Thanks for joining us, listeners. Keep exploring the shadows with us at shadowfrequencypodcast.com, where you can find all of our episodes, the Shadow blog, some awesome swag, and you can leave us a voicemail. You can also email us at shadowpodcast@protonmail.com and share your thoughts. Matt, say goodbye.
Catch you in the shadows, folks.
Until next time, stay curious and stay spooky. Good night.
This episode was produced with a commitment to exploring the unexplained while grounding our discussion in documented discoveries. All interpretations are speculative and intended for entertainment purposes.